everybody. Hopefully, let me just put you over a tiny bit and then I'll get the mouse out of the way. Hi, everybody. Hopefully, it's all sorted and you can hear me tonight. And hopefully, I've done everything okay for once. Fingers crossed. It's normally something that goes wrong. Hi, everybody. Hi. Just ignore that's the bottom of the stand that my phone's on, so that'll be hidden in a second once the book's open. So hi everybody, I have a voice this week. So it's been so frustrating these last few days not being able to particularly talk, which is really helpful when you're a teacher and croaking away at your class. So yeah, Thursday, Friday at school was really hard work. And it was really annoying because last week I got such big plans in the evening. I was going to get a load of flip throughs recorded that I wanted to do. Obviously, I got my first members only live stream planned, loads of stuff, and made sure all my schoolwork was all done. So they'd got the evenings to do it. And then I'd got no voice. So that makes it really hard to record stuff or do live streams. So yay, at least I can talk again this week. So here we are. So this is the page that was picked last week from Spooky Moments by Jade Summer, and as yet this is an untouched colouring book, so I'm very excited to get my first page done. And obviously, being spacetember and all, decided on this page last week. Hi everyone, nice for you to join me. Was my temperature still all over the place? I keep thinking I'm cold, so I put another layer on, and then I get too hot and I have to take the layer back off. Still not quite 100%. So I've got my hot ribena in here. Apparently somebody at work said having dairy is not a good idea when your voice isn't great. So, avoid tea and coffee. So I'm like, all right, well, that's really boring, but okay. So I've been having like hot ribena, hot Vimto instead of coffee and tea. I don't know whether that's partly what's helped, but, it certainly hasn't done any harm. I just need to make sure I drink plenty tonight, else my voice might start going again. So, yes, this page. I've looked at some ideas online of like other completed pages that people have done because I wasn't quite sure what to do. And so it was quite a cool idea where they've kind of whited out these lines, obviously coloured, that bit in whatever colour, and then use like a white pencil to add like a bit of shading around the edge, make it look a bit hazy, like the kind of the tractor beam. So I thought that was a nice idea. So once I've coloured the page, I'm going to try and add a bit of white pencil and see what's wrong with the screen. What screen? Can you not see me? Is this showing okay? Everybody see? Hopefully. No, me, I've probably clicked something and made something else not work. Oh, okay, that's all right. Maybe it's just the internet dropping out then or something. Perfect. Oh, panic then. I thought that was a new thing that I'd managed to make go wrong. Normally it's I managed to get everything set up and the sound isn't working. That's normally the thing that I do. Ah, cool. Right. So I haven't got much of a plan for colours. I'm thinking I'm going to do grey, I think, for the outside of the spaceship, to be honest. Be a bit boring, I think, and then like a deep blue rather than a black for the sky. So I think that'd make a change, because normally just when it's night skies I go with just black, but I'm thinking it'd be a little bit brighter because of the tractor beams. I'm thinking dark blue for the sky, I think. In fact, I might just do the dark sky just to get that bit done, actually, if I can find a really dark blue. See which is the darkest I've got. They're all kind of greys on that one, unless I use a blue grey. But that's not kind of the colour I was thinking. I might go for that Prussian blue. Let's try that, see how that works. So how's everybody else been? How's your week been? So my week's been, I'm just kind of feeling sorry for myself, to be honest. Dosing up on kind of Lemsips and ibuprofen, and not drinking tea and coffee, which has been very hard. And that's when my husband could tell that I really must have been feeling sorry for myself when I was desperate enough to not have any tea or coffee, in the desperate hope that that would help. So yeah, I'm absolutely gutted about cancelling last week's members only live stream, but that should be this Wednesday. You know, all being well. I'm hoping my voice isn't going to give up again. Just every time I get a cold now, it just goes straight to my voice. So cold's pretty much gone. So I'm assuming my voice is gonna be fine now, I hope. So yeah, school was a little bit easier today with my class, with actually having a voice. Thursday and Friday, gosh, it's really hard trying to teach when you can't talk. It's croaking away at them. But with not, like, I felt tired with it, but I felt all right other than that. So it's like, well, I don't want to be off because, like, physically I'm okay as such. But yeah. So bless, my TAs were angels and they ended up being my voice for some things. And then at the weekend with the family, there was a lot of kind of pointing at stuff or just messaging my husband so that I didn't have to talk at times. He was probably glad of the peace and quiet, to be honest. Yeah, that's quite a nice dark blue, isn't it? It's funny, normally I do backgrounds last on pages, but I think sometimes with these cute and cozy ones, if you know what colour you want for like the sky or something for the big bit, if you get that done, that means you've got a big chunk of the page done, and then you can kind of see what is left to do, doesn't it? Right. So has anybody got any spacetember pages on the go at the moment? I've not got quite as many done as I'd perhaps hoped. Again, partly with being ill, to be honest. I managed to do a bit of colouring last week while I was poorly, like at night, but I was so tired. I was like, I don't think it'd be my best work, so I didn't do a huge amount. And then some of the pages I've got for this month are buddy colours, which is great, but they're not spacetember pages, which is absolutely fine. Like, I don't want to do every single page as a spacetember one, but there we go. Right. I'll keep that one to the side in case I need that again. Oh, that's a pretty book. I do like City Among the Stars. Some really cool kind of it's kind of very steampunkish, isn't it? Some very cool ones. There's some really cute ones in Little Monsters, isn't there? Oh, sounds like you've done a bit of rescuing on a page then. That's a good bit, isn't it? If it's just not quite going how you thought, there's always a way of fixing it, isn't there? Especially paints, good way of doing it. Oh, right. I'm just having another drink. Right then, so that's the sky done. So I might try and do the bush bits down the bottom actually. So they'll probably need to be. I might try and add a little bit of a glow. I've never done that before, but you know, I did my first blended sky last week on stream, so I'm going to try and add a little bit of a probably should have done it in the sky bit, but I'll at least do it down here. I'll add a little bit of a glow. That's cool. 2 whips done. Do you know what I really like when you share your experiment book? Because it just looks like such a lot of fun, having just a bit of a play around and experimenting. Just having fun with it and not having to worry about, you know, how it turns out. It does look a lot of fun. Now I'm thinking I'm going to do the tractor beam like a greenish colour. So I might do the tractor beam in, if I do the tractor beam in like a greenish colour, then the highlight maybe needs to be a greenish colour. I don't seem to have a fluorescent one in this set. Unless I'm being a bit blind. Let's have a look. I suppose I could go for, I mean, that lemon green might be quite a cool colour for the kind of the tractor beam bit. So then maybe if I use the, I'm wondering if that swatch is faded, because I'm sure it's not quite that colour. Just redo that swatch a little bit, double check that pale lemon yellow. I'm sure it's, oh no, yeah, it's not really faded. I might go for that one though. I might try that, because I suppose that's not too, yeah, I'll try that. Right, I'll go for it. Let's stop overthinking it. So I'm going to go in and just add a little bit. I say I've never done this before, so we'll see how this goes. I'll just add a little bit. I've watched a lot of videos of people showing how to do it, but I've just never actually tried it for myself. So let's just wing it and see how it turns out. I was watching a video the other day, and I can't remember whose channel it was, and they did kind of like a highlight effect, but it was in like pastel rainbow colours, and then most of the page was coloured in kind of like dark greys and blacks, with then this light little pop of kind of pastel rainbows. It looks really cool. I can't remember what channel it was though, but that it looked really cool and relatively simple to do, so I might try that sometime. I'm feeling brave. Right, I might add a little bit on these flowers as well, I guess. I'll put a little bit on these. I guess it'd maybe be a bit there, wouldn't there? I suppose I don't. Oh, do I do one on the? I might do it on the things that's in the tractor beam as well, actually. Oh, did she? Yeah. I can't remember. I don't think it was Yolanda's channel I saw it on. It may have been. I mean, my memory this last week has been very fuzzy. But it looked relatively simple, but just looked so cool. So definitely want to try that sometime. I think you just need to try it on a page I like, but like I'm not super bothered about. Like I don't want to do it on like my absolute favourite page, just in case it goes completely pear-shaped. Add a bit on there. I'm probably doing this completely wrong, but you know, it's my page. Oh, there we are. Because obviously I'm guessing he's looked through my YouTube history to work out what it was, because I know it was only a couple of days ago. But it just, oh sorry, I'm just not the camera. But yeah, it just looked, it is, bless him. He sat downstairs, I think he's just finishing up his work, and he's got my stream on in the background just to double check it's not gone wrong. And yeah, it just looks really fun and not too complicated either. Right, I don't really want to put a highlight on the sandwich because I think that might look a bit weird. The whole bit looks a bit, it looks a bit strange, doesn't it, when you just do this? But I mean, that's what I've seen on other people's videos. So we'll, what was it they say, trust the process. I suppose that's in the tracked beam. We'll do that. Yep, so in a bit I will also gift, I think I can gift another 5 memberships, and I know where the button is this week, so I can do it myself. Just going to finish doing these highlights first. There we go, that might do, I guess. I think that might be about enough. That's going to be a bit too much. Yeah, right, I'll leave it maybe a little bit on the podgy cheek, I guess. Right, I'll leave it there for the little highlights. He is good, bless him. He likes tinkering on, where's my mouse gone? He likes tinkering and learning stuff, so I think he's quite, I did say to him initially, here we are, I found the button, I can click the send him 5 free memberships. Hopefully I've done that right. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was like, you show me how to do the editing and I'll do it myself. And he's like, no, I'll just do it for you. Whether he's just thinking that's just going to be easy and then trying to teach me. But yeah. Right, I'll go for grey for the spaceship, I think. So let's have a look. I want kind of nice light greys, I think. I'll go for some of the cool greys. So I'll go for CG2. And maybe want a slightly darker one. VG07. Oh, and I want one more. I don't know whether I want much lighter or much darker. Oh, I might stick with those two, and I might do the lights. Those bits I'm guessing I might do as like lights, and I'll do those a different colour. Right, which one's the lighter one? This one. Hey, at least I've worked it out. I think that's all the free memberships I can do for this month, and then I'm guessing it resets start of October. I don't know whether it'll be the start of the month or the anniversary of when I started membership. I don't know. Whenever it next lets me click the button, I'll obviously click the button again anyway. Here we go. So let's get the spaceship bit done. I've quite been enjoying having a few whips on the go though at the minute. Normally I've always just got one page done before I start the next one, but I've kind of been flitting about the last kind of week or two, and it's been quite nice actually, depending on if I fancy using, you know, pencils or pens or whatever. I've had a couple of pages on the go. I just need to make sure now over kind of the next week that I'm going to get the pages kind of actually all finished. They kind of get in there. Some of them are very close to being done now, and they are buddy colours, so I do really want to get them done before October, which obviously isn't very long away. I can't believe it's October next week. Yes, apparently so. It's yeah, I don't know whether it depends on the size of your channel and how many free ones you can gift. But yeah, you can gift them, and I think you can choose what level you gift as well. You know, whether it's like your top level, your middle level, bottom level, or whatever. So It's quite a cool feature. So yeah, I should be doing a members only live stream this Wednesday. It's obviously the one that would have been last Wednesday, but you know, I got home and I was like, no, I'm going to do it. No, I'm going to do it. And then I sat there eating tea with husband and daughter, and they're both looking at me like, we can't understand you. I really don't think you should be streaming. And I was like, yeah, you've probably got a point. I didn't want to admit defeat, but I thought there's no way people would understand me. And then I was just a bit worried about my voice giving up completely if I'd, you know, obviously forced talking for an hour. There we go. Right, I'll let that dry and then I'll go in and add a little bit of shading them. So let's choose a pretty. Yeah, it's a bit right. It's random. I just click the button. So if you didn't get one this time, keep tuning into the live streams every time it lets me. Like I said, I don't know whether it'll let me next week or whether it'll have to, you know, wait a couple of weeks. Right, might go. That might be a cool colour for the light. So do I do it really bright? I think I want that colour for the tractor beam. So I think I want to do the lights. Might go for that colour. Let's go for the sugar cane. Always do a couple of layers if it's not quite as dark as I want. Oh, not that I can see it. There's a lot of greens to look at. And I just can't see. Ah, there it is. It's because it's got quite a yellow lid. Notice it was actually the one I was looking for. So for the sugar cane for... Ah, that's cool colour. For the little lights. And I think I'll probably use it for up here as well. Just so that matches. So yeah, live stream this Wednesday, which will be for members, and it's going to be this page, which is a bit of a summary page. It's one that my daughter picked me out to do in August and I didn't get to. So I thought I'll hang on to the last remnants of summer and I'll do that one. So that'll be Wednesday if you are a, I think it's Lunar or Amiga or just Amiga. Lunar and Amiga level. I had to think then. Again, they're named after my cats. Let's colour these little bits at the end as well, which is the darker grey, this one. The trouble with a lot of these greys, the caps look basically the same colour for a lot of them. And the name, I can't always work out from the name whether it's a light or a dark one. All right, there we go. That's that bit done. I might colour, I'll colour the tractor beam bit, because I know what colour I want for that bit. I'm just hoping it looks okay when it's done, but no, that's not it. What was I looking for again? Lemon green. There it is. Got it. So yeah, a few whips on the go, hoping to get those done for end of the month. Won't be quite as many pages done as the last few months, but you know, it's not been the holidays. I was obviously a bit jet lagged. I'll get my words out at the start of September, so I didn't get much done kind of the first week, and then obviously with being a bit poorly, but I think if I can get the whips done that I've got underway, I'll be happy enough. I've got some good pages that I've got kind of ticking over, so Oh, this looks like a funny colour, doesn't it? Hopefully. It'll all come together in the end. Looks a bit odd at the minute. It's a bit of a pain, isn't it, when you've got to keep going from one bit to another to make sure you don't get lines where it's dried out. This will be a big chunk of the page done then, though, so then I'll be able to hopefully have a better think about what colours I want for like the outfit and things. Fingers are feeling a bit funny. Right, here we go. Oh, getting there. It didn't look like that bit of a big bit to colour in, to be honest. Still started it, but I guess there's a lot of fiddly bits. Right. Little flowers around. Right. Oh, right, that's that bit done. I just have to do the bits behind the bench. Have a night, Vera. Right, here we are. Has anybody been watching anything good on the TV? We've finally got around to watching Mobland. I think we've got one episode left, which we'll probably watch tonight when I finish streaming. I don't know what on earth we're going to start watching after that. We've got quite a few series that we can get. Yeah, we'll watch that. We just haven't started it yet. There's Andor season 2 on Disney. Still not got to watching that yet. There's the new Sandman. We've still not watched that. Oh, there was something else as well. Oh yeah, we'll watch that. Still haven't got to whatever it was. Can't remember what it was, but we always do that. We'll flip between different shows and then find one we like and then kind of binge watch it for a few days. And obviously you can get a bit stuck then on what on earth to watch, can't you? Right. Obviously want a brown bench because it looks like it's a wooden bench. So let's choose a brown. Oh, that's exciting. I didn't realise Tulsa King was back on. That's obviously Mr. Puts the edits on. Has put that on. Oh, that'd be interesting. There we are. That's another thing added onto our to watch list then. Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen Tulsa King, it's quite good. Once you get over his voice, like Sylvester Stallone, I think is the main actor in it, and start with you kind of watching it going, okay, and then you get used to kind of how he's talking in it, and then it's all right after that point. Yeah, sometimes we get like that. We end up just like rewatching shows we've already watched because we can't decide what we actually want to watch. Like, what was it? We've rewatched Mr. Kim's Convenience quite a bit on Netflix. We've rewatched What We Do in the Shadows. We started while we were on holiday rewatching Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix as well. Like, we'll just end up you know, if we can't decide, yeah, we'll watch stuff on YouTube or rewatch stuff we've already watched. Even though there's like loads of stuff to watch, isn't there? But sometimes it's just, you don't know what to put on, do you? Like what you're in the mood for, something scary, something funny, something serious. Yeah, deciding and agreeing on it sometimes can be a bit tricky, can't it? If you're not both in the mood for watching the same sort of thing. Right, might go for that potato brown. Which is got it. Oh, that is a good question. I know Colouring Commander, he normally streams earlier than me on a Monday. Zuvera Art, you're going to be streaming, is it next week, the week after? Soon you're doing your first live stream, aren't you? I'm trying to think of our streams. Jess obviously streams. Zoe streams on a Friday, maybe? I can't remember off the top of my head on what day Zoe streams. Hopefully somebody could put that in the chat for you, Piggy Pens. So it is nice, isn't it, having stream on in the background. Yolanda Colouring Bike and Mama, she normally streams on a Sunday night. I don't know if I can't remember if she streams any other night. I think normally it's a Sunday. I think Yolanda streams from Colouring Bike and Mama. There is quite a few people. Hopefully some of the people might know of other people that stream as well, and drop that in the chat for you. Yes, that's Star Trek. Yeah, what was it we watched? There was the new, it's not the new one, but kind of the new one from a couple of years ago. And we're getting quite into it, and then we've not really gone back to it. Even though we do really like Star Trek. I remember watching it when I was growing up with my mum. And yeah, it's good shows. Oh, it looks a bit weird, doesn't it? But Discovery, that's the one I'm thinking of. Star Trek Discovery. Yes, I've seen the advert for the Strange New World, and it looks quite good. Neaten those lines up a bit. Looks a bit weird, doesn't it, like that? But I guess I suppose that's sort of the effect we're going for, isn't it? I guess it'll come together as I get the other bits done as well. I suppose just having that random bit of a bench done so far, you're not going to get the full effect. Right. Obviously at the minute I've got the Great British Bake Off to be watching every Tuesday, which husband is absolutely thrilled about because he can't stand it. Like the one thing I watch that he really doesn't like, most stuff, like we're quite happy to, you know, watch together because we have pretty similar tastes, but yeah, normally either puts his headphones in and watches something on his phone, or he just has a little sleep while it's on. Right, I've just realised that side looks absolutely nothing like that side, so I'm going to try and make this side kind of match, because else that's going to look really weird. Right, that's a bit better, I think, hopefully. I know, it looks a bit weird, doesn't it? But I suppose that's what it's going to look like. So hoping once I've coloured the character in that it looks a bit better. suppose it's going through its ugly phase, isn't it, at the minute? Right. Might do the bushes. I'm still not sure what colour to do their clothes. So look at the bushes. I'll get some dark greens out for them and for the grass as well. I'll go for deep olive green for the grass. And then a couple of different greens for the bushes, I think. Right, I'll go for deep green. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. I hate it, like I've got my pens, they're in the bag that they come in, but sometimes you just can't see the one you're looking for. My daughter's birthday is coming up. It's on the 4th of October, and we were asking her, like, "What, anything you fancy for your birthday?" And she was like, yes, but it is a bit pricey. And bless her, although she's got some alcohol markers, she's got like a set of cheap ones that obviously like chisel and fine tip. She has got a little set of Artex ones, which again I think they're chisel and fine tip. And she's like, I really like some brush marker ones like yours, mummy, because she's like, obviously she's had a little go with them, and she's like, they're really nice to use. So bless her, she's asked for the same set that I've got, the 216, which thankfully is on offer at the minute on Amazon. So we've managed to get it a little bit cheap. I think about £20 cheaper than it should have normally been. So hopefully she'll be pleased with that when it gets to her birthday. She's still settling in well to school. She's got a couple of like what seem like pretty good friends at the minute. We're having lunch together. The sort of phone numbers and the messaging, and the minute she's suggested to her yesterday, we were like, do you want to see if they do want to do something for your birthday? And it'll be the first time that they've, if we do manage to sort something, it'll obviously be the first time they've done something outside of school. So she's very excited. Hopefully we can pick a date that works for like us and her two friends, because that would be nice. Like, she had friends at her last school, but they weren't like besties, because her best friend like moved to literally the other end of the country. So bless her, she's kind of had friends the last couple of years, but not enough to, do that much with outside of school. So it'll be quite nice if they do manage to sort something. That's what I've been most worried about with the starting secondary school and going somewhere without, where she didn't know anybody. So, and it seems like they're both nice, nice kids. From what she said, obviously we've not met them, but she's quite studious. So she's like, no, this, one of them's in her lessons, and she's always doing what she should be. She's, not messing around. And it's nice that there's a little trio of them. It started out that it was just George was friends with one of them in lessons, and she made friends with the other one just at a lunchtime, because she doesn't have any lessons with her. And then one lunchtime, like, they just ended up being the three of them, and it's just kind of been that ever since. Well, I say ever since, it's only been like a week or so, but yeah, she's getting the hang of it. I don't think she's got lost between lessons. She's not had any homework yet, because they set all the homework on iPads and they've not been given their iPads yet. So we'll see what she thinks of school once she starts getting homework to do. I think it'll be a bit of a shock for her, because she has been very tired. There's obviously a lot more walking when they go to secondary than when they're just at primary and, basically in one room all day. Having moved between all the different classrooms, it's it's quite cool. It's been taking it out of her. Oh, has he? How's he finding it? It's a bit of a shock for them, isn't it? But she's enjoying it. She's liking the school dinners as well. I think she's liking having a bit more choice. And she's like, and it's cooked better as well. Right, I'm thinking this is going to be, I'm going to do this as like a little jam sandwich. So let's try and find a nice bread colour. Don't want it too dark. I'd say that's a bread colour. Well, that's a bit of a funny colour for bread. Maybe that one. Go for that sand white. See how that looks. Bear with me while I find it now. Oh, there it is. Got it. It's been a big adjustment for us. We have to keep ironing shirts. My husband works from home, so he doesn't need to wear shirts, and I go out of my way to wear clothes for work that don't involve ironing. Obviously, she's got to wear white shirts, so yeah, I have to keep remembering to get the iron out. Oh gosh, I bet there was big trouble. Oh wow. But yes, definitely school food, I think, seems so much better than what they have at primary school. And thankfully, because the like we load money onto the card, and then like they use their ID card to pay for food. And she says some people she's seen they're getting loads of stuff at like break time, loads of stuff at lunchtime. It's just like they must be spending a small fortune because they're buying like not just the food, they're buying like a slushie and all, you know, all sorts. She says they must be spending loads, and we were like, we don't mind if you want to get like a bit more, because she's normally been doing like the meal deal, so you get the main meal and a pudding, and then she's just been drinking like a water, you know, that she can fill, you know, obviously she can fill a water bottle up, so she's not been buying a drink or anything. I don't mind if now and again you want to buy something. She's like, no, it's fine. Well, like secretly, obviously quite glad. But we were like, yeah, if you go around taking the mickey, buying like a slushie every single day and your food and this and that, because she says they must be spending like £15-20 a day. We were like, can't afford that much, mate. Like, that's ridiculous. Let's see if I can find a nice little jam colour. Right, make sure I add a little bit of shading onto the crust in a minute once that's dried. Oh, hi, Jana. Welcome to the Amiga level. So you'll get, I'm doing a live stream for members on Wednesday. So you're welcome to join that on Wednesday. And I should hopefully be doing my members only video to come out hopefully in the next week, but it isn't recorded yet. Hoping to get that done this week. It is, to be fair, like it is cheaper, isn't it? That's kind of why we said to her, like, you know, if you want to get a bit of something extra, it still actually works out cheaper than we were having to pay for a school dinners at primary school. Yeah, it's not bad value. If they're sensible on what they get, it's not too bad, is it? No, unfortunately, only, I'll double check, but I think it only let, oh, where's my mouse gone? There it is. No, it won't let me send any more free ones. I can only do 10 a month. And I'm not sure when it resets. I don't know whether it'll be a month from when I first did it or a calendar month. So potentially from the start of October, it might let me do it again, Kate. Apparently it's going to be 3 more weeks for the free ones. So I'm guessing it might be like a month from when I first gave out the free ones from last, like gave some away last week. So I'm guessing it'll, yeah, it must be kind of every 4 weeks from when I first do it. It's a lot better. Still not quite 100%, but it's definitely not far off back to normal now, thankfully. Let's try and find a nice little jam colour. I'll go for that rose red, perhaps. It's a nice deep jam colour. Imagine they're eating the sandwich and it's all kind of, we've got jam all oozing out everywhere. I mean, I think potentially it's probably meant to be like lettuce or something, isn't it? But in my head, I just thought they were having a jam sandwich. That's all I could kind of picture. I'll add a bit more shading around the edge. Make it look a bit like there's a bit of a crust there. That's a bit better. Do another layer in a bit. Right, so because I've got that red there, I think I'll definitely bring some of those kind of reddish colours into the outfit, I think. So I might even just use that same colour up on their bobble, on their hat. So let's do that. Be careful to look at where I'd put the that kind of highlight colour, because it's not super obvious. About to just colour that bit in, that looks better. There we go. Right, keep that to one side. Right, that's obviously their little ears, so I'll do that once I've decided what colour they're going to be. Let's try and do their hats. Right. Do maybe denimish coloured for the bottom. So it looks like they've got little boots on, doesn't it? Do that light blue, perhaps. That'll look a little bit like. I don't think it's exactly going to be like a jean colour, but we'll try that for like the trousers. Oh, that's quite a nice colour for the little trousers. Cute. Right. So looking at the camera, it looks even more like it doesn't look. It looks more mustard on the camera, whereas I'm looking at it and it looks a bit more, not exactly pea green, but it's not more green and less mustardy. I know. I've got so many videos kind of saved to watch, and like I do watch quite a bit of YouTube each day, but like if I'm sat working at the same time, like doing my planning, obviously I can't really put a completely page video on because you need to actually be looking at it. So I tend to put like colouring chats or haul videos on, because with them obviously I can kind of just glance to and from the screen and kind of look when I know it's something I'm a bit more interested in. But yeah, when it's completed pages, I want to actually properly watch it. And I've not keep following more and more channels, which is great. But yeah, I've kind of got the same problem. Still got a lot to watch, and yeah, it'll be the next set coming around soon. Right. I do like kind of a. I do that colour. I think for the hat, that's a pretty colour. Here we go. As always, my favourite videos to watch, though, everybody's completed pages. Right, I might do the whole hat this colour actually, rather than doing this bit different colour. Try and do it to match. There we go. Let's take that to that bit. Right. Pick a colour for their scarf now because it's right next to the jam and then that bit's up by the hat. I don't want it being the same colours, but obviously it needs to go. So I have to go more pinkish or more purple. Pink or purple, let's have a think. I suppose I could do like a purple-ish colour perhaps for the top, maybe. Very light purple, so I might do a pinkish for the scarf and then it'll kind of match in with the hat, I guess. What's that bit there? I guess that bit's a bit of the bench, isn't it? I've just seen it and that'll be a little bit of the bench. Let's go at that bit in. Right. Do I add a pattern to the scarf? Oh, that's quite a nice colour. Oh, that might kind of match in with the bench a bit much though. Yeah, let's not go for that one. And that'll go, but it won't be too close, I think. Let's go for the rose pink. I say let's go for the rose pink. I can't see where it is. I think I've already got it. Oh, there it is. Just as I was about to go, I'll just pick a different colour because I can't see it. I've managed to spot it. Yeah, the only problem with adding highlights and stuff for this is just seeing where it is. You want to try and colour. A little bit tricky. Right. I think that was about where I added the highlight to. I'll probably be able to tell when it's in the daylight. Right, that's looking quite cute. Right. Let's choose a colour for their top. Right, so did that colour for the trousers. Do that antique fuchsia colour for the top. So that'll go nicely. It won't kind of stand out too much. Hopefully that'll look quite pretty. There's actually very much at the top to colour in. You can't really see a lot at the top. Just going to realise as I want to colour it in, it's like the top's basically hidden by their massive sandwich. Just got that little bit of the sleeves to do, haven't I? There we are. Right, well, that was a quick job. After 100 odd pages over what colour to do the top, there's those teeny tiny little bits to do. Now, I'd say I'd do black boots, but I think that'll stand out too much. So, oh, I don't know. Colour boots. Unless I do like a dark grey. So it's kind of not exactly black, but dark coloured. Well, then I suppose you kind of lose the... well, I suppose I'm not going to lose the shape much, am I, with having the highlight bit on. Oh, I don't know. What's everybody think? What colour for the little boots? Do I do them just a dark grey? I'd say I do them like a dark blue to go with the little blue trousers, but I don't know whether that'd look right either. I don't really want like red shoes or anything to match like the hat and the scarf, and then that'd be overkill. So maybe I do go for a dark. What colour did I do the sky? In that one, didn't I? But do you do it like a dark grey? Yeah, I did. I was just thinking that actually, whether to do it that dark blue. I suppose it is only going to be a tiny little bit, to be fair, that's coloured, isn't it? So that by the time you've taken the highlights out, there's not much there. Yeah, so if I'll find which was the dark blue I used in the sky. Is this one? Right, I'll go for that. Thank you. You know when you're just umming and ahhing, you can't quite make a decision. Let's go for this, because quite often what I do with boots is I would just do them either like really bright, like a red boot or something, or I'd do them black. I just feel like black wouldn't quite look right, because you know there's obviously not really any other black anywhere else on the page unless I add it. Right. I feel like I've got too much of a highlight there. That's a bit better, I think, maybe. Kind of works. Maybe it needs to be shaped a bit more. I've not done this before. That'll do, I guess. Yeah, light grey could have definitely worked as well. I'm wondering actually whether I colour the character in light grey. Because I normally colour the fur like either kind of a light brownish colour or greys. So I might go for light grey actually for the character. Because again, there's not actually very much to colour in on them, is there? So I might go for like a greyish colour. Quite the same greys as for the sky. I might go for like one of the red greys. Let's go for that one. Red grey. 120. Again, when I can find it. Here we go. Yeah, it looks kind of cute, doesn't it? Just sat there chilling, the minding their own business, eating their massive sandwich, and the bird looks more worried than they are. Yeah, we've finally managed to get some more shirts for daughter for school. We did get a load like start the summer holidays, but we got some long sleeved and then mainly bought short sleeved because we thought, oh, she's probably going to want to wear the short sleeved ones. And then actually when it's come to it, she's preferred wearing the long sleeved ones, because on the day she did try wearing a short sleeved one, she was like, I was cold. So of course we've only got 3 long sleeved ones and there's 5 days of school, so that's meant the whole thing of like washing and getting them ironed midway through the week. So we're like, right, well, we'll just buy her another pack, and then on a Friday we can put all 5 shirts in the wash, just those shirts to keep them nice and white, get them dry, get them ironed. You know, that could be Friday night's job. And we've tried, so we've bought from M&S. It's been about 3 M&S. Like, they've still got all the school stuff. They've still got quite a lot of packs of shirts to choose from. Had they got her size? No. Finally, we managed to get a pack at the weekend because we were thinking, oh, we're just going to have to pay and have them delivered, which would have been a little bit annoying, but thankfully finally managed to get them. So yeah, that's going to be Friday night's job from now on, washing and ironing shirts. Thankfully, like I say, at least husband doesn't wear shirts and I don't wear shirts, so it's not too bad. Well, let's make a nice little colour for their little nose. I'll go for that salmon pink. Oh, that's made me chuckle. I started from the bottom of the chat and worked up, and I just saw the laughing faces, and then realised what you're chuckling at. I suppose it does look a little bit like a lamp, though, doesn't it, with the light coming down from it. Oh my gosh, he's shot up, hasn't he? And that's the thing, isn't it? Children, once they, especially boys, I guess, once they hit that growth spurt, they just shoot up. Yeah, these shops just don't stock much, do they? And it's like, and I get it because they don't want to be stuck with a load of stuff that they can't sell, but it's just frustrating when you want to go in and just pick up what you actually want and not have to faff around getting it delivered, like to store, and then having to go and pick it up, or you've got to pay for the delivery if you want to get it to home. So yeah, we were glad we finally got some. Thankfully, the easy iron, I mean, they still take a while to iron, but they don't quite crinkle as much as some shirts. Right, I'm thinking the flowers I'm just going to reuse. Which is my favourite colour? I might reuse, because I didn't really use much of it. I might reuse that colour from the shirt when I can find which pen that was. Such a massive stack of pens next to me. Now, here we are, this one. I'm going to use these on the flowers. And that's a ridiculous amount to grow. Right, I'm assuming daughter's still got a bit of growing left in her yet. She's just about taller than me, although that's not hard because I'm only like 5'1". But her dad's 6'4". So she's obviously going to grow a little bit more. But I don't think I hope she shouldn't shoot up that much. Good grief. I have to buy all new stuff, and it was a job getting trousers to fit her. Wow. That must have been a shock when you were looking at his shirts going, I'm sure they fit a few weeks ago. Right, a little bird. Now, I do normally do the bird yellow in the Jade Summer books, but I don't feel like yellow would work right. I don't think orange would look right either. So I might do the bird, not that blue, but I might do it as a bit of like a blue bird. I'll find a different, similar-ish blue. I might do a bit of a blue. Oh gosh, he's certainly. Hopefully, maybe he's hit his peak now. Maybe it's going to slow down a little bit. Right, let's find a pretty colour for this bird. I'm going to go for that lavender mist, I think, because it's not too bright, but it also isn't like really light. Some of these other ones are like ridiculously light, so I'll go for this lavender mist. Hopefully that'll look nice for the bird. Here we are, in there. It's funny, it didn't take me long doing like the sky and that, but then just these little details is taking ages with umming and ahhing over what colours to do. Here we go. That's quite a pretty colour for the bird, isn't it? orange or yellow for the beak, I guess. An orange out. Actually, I might just use the same colour I used for that nose, because I think that'll, yeah, that looks fine. It's only a tiny bit to colour, isn't it? Right. I will do those probably in gel pens, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I want to go in with some of my markers and just add a little bit of shading here and there. Not, that wasn't that colour. Where did I use that one? Let me put that to one side. That was not the right pen for that bit. This was the right pen for this bit, goodness me. There we go. Right, swap that one away. Oh, gosh. Chucking them on the floor now. Let's see what colour that one was. Right, this was the one I used up here. So I'm just going to go back in, not everywhere, but in some of the places. I'm going to go in and add a little bit of shading in with the same coloured pen. Now it's all dry. Just add a bit in on the bench. So if you've been on my channel before when I've done kind of, actually I think that's a bit of the bench, isn't it? When you've seen me finishing things off, that's kind of as much as I do normally for kind of patterns and things with alcohol markers. It's just going in with the same colour again, adding just a tiny little quick bit. Don't add loads of texture or anything usually. I like keeping it nice and simple, so that it can be kind of quick and relaxing. I'm amazed by the people who spend ages on it, and it looks absolutely fabulous. Like, they make them into such works of art when they use the markers to do all sorts of different effects. But for me, I just want to keep it nice, quick and simple, and just have a bit of fun with it, really. That was the sky colour. I won't need that one again. This was the bread, so I will add a little bit more around again. See if I can make it look a bit more. There we go. A bit more like there's a crust on there. And what's this one? Don't need one again. Right, that was the grey of the animal, so I'm not going to use that one again. I don't think I'm going to bother adding anything with those dark greens, because I think they're that dark. I don't think you'd really notice. So I'll just do a little bit on the spaceship. Everybody's very quiet tonight. Guessing you're all busy doing a bit of colouring or chilling. Right, let's have a look. Which is the lighter one? This is the lighter one. Make sure I use the right one in the right place. So once I've done a little bit of shading, I'm going to go in and add some white gel pen details. I especially want to kind of white out. I might need to use an acrylic marker actually rather than a gel pen. White out round kind of the edge. There we go. Cute. Try to force yourself to like florals. Oh, bless. There is such pretty books, isn't there, with florals, but I kind of get what you mean. I see the pictures that people think, oh, they look really pretty, but I don't mind a picture that's got some flowers on, like say a Hannah Carlson page, and there may be an animal, there's a person, and some flowers, but like there's some flowers. It isn't like just flowers normally. Like there's normally something else going on as well, isn't there? Oh, mountains. That sounds cool. Right, let's see if I can find, where's my acrylic marker? I'm trying to find where's a decent one. I don't know how well. I'm just going to try this one. I don't actually know this one actually how opaque it is, so I just want to scribble a bit of black marker on this scrap paper, and then try this white marker once it's dried in a second, and just see how well it covers up. Oh gosh, yeah. Like, there's some such pretty pictures in World of Flowers, but I must admit I've not done a huge amount of pages in it. I think there's a beetle. I'm sure it's in that one. There's like a really cool beetle page. And I've kind of always imagined doing it as like a stained glass one, but I haven't got around to doing it yet. I think that's kind of the good thing with the Johanna Basford ones. She normally doesn't, sometimes they're loosely based on real flowers, but they're not normally like actually real flowers. So you can just kind of do what you fancy doing a bit more. But yeah, she does have a lot of flowers. If you're not into flowers, Johanna Basford's probably not for you. I love her artwork, but I don't actually colour in it all that much. Oh, that's not too bad actually. So I've not used this white pen before to go over lines, so we'll check it's still clean. We'll try this. See how well this covers up these lines along the tracked beam. No, it's not too bad actually. Right, I just need to. I'm just gonna have to apologise. I'm gonna have to turn the book a bit though, else I'm never gonna manage to get along this line. Don't have the steadiest of hands. It's not super opaque, but it's not terrible, is it? I'm thankful that it does dry really quickly, so it's not bad. Right. I will do gel pen inside these, I think, but I will white out the edges, I reckon. Probably hopefully go over the top with a gel pen, I'm hoping. Right, turn the book again, sorry. Yeah, Emily Lydhill Obick, she does some really pretty flowers, doesn't she? Oh, cool. So it's good when you've tried something different and then you feel like, you know, you've kind of picked something up new along the way that you can use again. We're worth pushing through doing the florals then. Right. This is a very fast drying pen, which is good to know, and it's pretty nice and chunky actually for going over these lines, and that's good to know for if I want to white out things again. I'm not always the most patient at waiting for things to dry. I have smudged a lot of things before with my hand, and I've done a bit of gel pen or paint or whatever, and then gone to a different part of the page and then forgotten it's wet, and then gone, oh no, I've got it everywhere. That's why I've been trying to, it's kind of another reason why, oh sorry, not the cameras, I'm turning the book. One reason why I've been trying to have a few pages on the go, so that I can try and make sure that I don't just keep going with a page, that if I've got some wet gel pen or paint, that I will hopefully just put the book to one side and pick another page up to work on. Oh, that's not bad for the whiting out. Not bad. I don't use these pencils often. I bought them last year when I was on holiday in, I think they were from Canada, I think these ones, or America. I think it was Canada. I'm sure Dollarama was Canada. They're not bad pens actually. And they're still, like, you know, I've not used them all that much and they've not dried out or anything. Right. I do want to use gel pen in those bits, but I feel like that is going to need to dry for that. So I shall try what I've seen to be done for like around the edge. Just check my pencils are clean. So I'm going to use a Prismacolor. Oh, that's a bargain of £5. Yeah, Magical Worlds is pretty. I really like Worlds of Wonder as well. That was quite nice. The others are a bit more, it's not exactly niche, that's not quite the right word, is it? But I think with like Magical Worlds, there is a lot more variety in there, isn't there? So I'm just, and I've seen people doing this to add like a little bit of a glow round on like ghosts and things. They've just kind of very gently scribbled a bit of the pencil. So we'll try this and we'll see how it looks. Never tried it before, but you know, I've seen other people doing it. It seemed easy and effective, so we shall give it a try. Oh, that's quite nice, wasn't it? Kind of a fussy effect around the edge, nice and subtle. You pressure to like her because she's Scottish. Oh, bless you. Yeah, she's definitely quite famous, isn't she? Must admit, I did have a new book. Has it come out October, November? I did have it pre-ordered, and I thought, watch the flip through, and it does look really nice. I do want to get it, but I'm thinking I'm going to wait until Christmas, because I know my mum will be asking, you know, she's always asking for ideas for Christmas, and I thought that's an easy enough book that she, you know, she can pick it up from a shop easy enough if she doesn't want to buy it online. So probably going to ask my mum and dad, I think, for Johanna Basford's new one, like, you know, is it Wildflower something, isn't it? Probably ask them for it for Christmas, assuming mum asks for ideas. So my mum doesn't, you know, she knows I colour and I send her pictures of my finished pages and things, but I think sometimes she's still a bit bemused that I'm 40 years old and I'm colouring, but she's very sweet about it. See, I've got white pen all over my finger, even though I could have sworn it was dry, but obviously not. Right, I think kind of happy with that bit. So let's find a couple of gel pens. Oh bless. My mum's bought, I think she's gone rogue and she bought me one book once. But it was like a good book. She got me, oh, I can't find it now. Ah, here it is. Normally she asks and, you know, and I'll give her like a wish list or something. But my mum did buy me that one. Like, you know, it's not one I'd suggested or anything, but she obviously put a lot of thought into it and figured it looked like an actual colouring book for grown-ups. So as much as I do find that book a bit daunting, it is very precious to me, the fact that my mum picked that one out herself. Right, I'm going to do, I'm going to do them all gold. I'm going to do some gold and some silver, but I feel like gold's going to look nice. So I'm going to go with the funny colour I've got going on for the tractor beam. And then I'll do this one over here the same. In this bit, alright, get in there, get in there. Alright, that bit's done. Cool. So, just going to add a bit of white gel pen, I think. Let me just find the one I like. No, not that one. Oh, here we are. So my favourite at the minute is the Jelly Roll, the big one. Giving fits and starts over what ones I like. It was the Arteza ones that I really liked, but they just don't seem to be working very well for me at the minute. I don't know whether it's my hand pressure's changed or it's the paper I'm using them on or what, but they just don't seem to be working so well for me lately. So just going to carefully add a bit of gel pen in here and there. Not kind of too much because obviously I've got all the highlights that I've put in with the actual marker. Normally I would put a lot more gel pen in. I think I will add some on bits and pieces that are in the tractor beam. So obviously they would be a bit lighter, wouldn't they, I guess. Teeny tiny little bits in their eyes, I think, this time. Cute. And I might leave it there, so I think if I put too much more gel pen, it's going to look a bit weird. I just want to neaten this cloud up where the marker pen went over. There we go. Cool. What size is it? I like, so the one I like is this one. I have got some of the smaller ones, but they just don't seem to work very well. I probably need to chuck them away, to be honest, but it feels like a bit of a waste throwing them. But equally, if I don't like using them, I'm not really sure why I'm keeping them, so I probably will end up chucking them at some point. Now, I used to not really like the jelly rolls. They didn't work for me very well, and like I say, I preferred the Arteza ones. But then these don't seem to be working very well for me. And these are, it's funny, like I say, I don't know whether it's my hand pressure's changed or it's the paper I'm using on or what. I'm not too sure, to be honest. But there we go. So I'm going to call that finished. Now, I figured next Monday is still September. So I kind of thought I'd maybe try and work on one of the pages I had picked out for September that I haven't got to yet. That is space themed. So I've got this colouring book that I bought, it's probably a couple of months ago now, off Lyrica. I was so excited to get it, but I still haven't got around to colouring it yet. So the page I have got picked out in this baby stitch book for space themed is this one. So I think next Monday I will probably do this one, unless I find a different cute and cozy kind of space themed page. But I thought, you know, it is the last day of September, almost the last day of September, next Monday. So I thought I'll probably do this one because, you know, I can get away with it, spacetember with it. Obviously it's got an alien, Stitch is an alien. Obviously it has got planets and stars on, so I thought I'm probably going to do this one next Monday. And potentially, I mean, I might get this one done quite quickly, so I might start another page. I don't know, I'm saying that, and then it'll probably actually take me quite a while to do, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll do this one next Monday. I'm quite excited. It'll be markers again because it is a single-sided book. It's really nice paper. Like I say, it's untouched, so I'm quite excited to get into this. So I'll do that next month because that is one I'd planned to do this month, but I just haven't got around to it. So I thought if I do it on a stream, I can sneak it in for the end of the month. So yeah, thank you for joining me, everybody. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. It took a little bit longer than I thought with trying to do like the glows on things. Well, actually, I think it turned out all right, didn't it? Especially for a first time of trying to add like the glow onto stuff. I think it turned out quite nice, and I like how, you know, that pencil around the edge has made it look as well. I think it turned out quite cool, hasn't it? So thank you very much for joining me, everybody. And if you are a Lunar or Omega level member, then Wednesday I'll be streaming. It will be a page out of this one, and there should be a video coming up before the end of the month, so you know, before next week. I suppose it's actually the same thing, isn't it? Because next month and next week is the same thing. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. So thank you everybody so much for joining me tonight. It was really nice to actually be able to chat to you all and with having a voice today. So take care everyone, and I'll hopefully catch you soon. Take care everyone. Bye.